I'll take that.
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein in 2 great flavors.
Closed captioning brought to you by Mesobook.com.
We offer a free book on mesothelioma. Call for the free book and receive so much more. Call 1-800-831-3700.
Welcome back to State of the Union. I'm Jake Tapper. Today is exactly 2 years until the next presidential inauguration. Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York is making her pitch, telling voters in Iowa how she would take on Trump. Joining me now from West Des Moines, Iowa, Democratic Senator and presidential candidate, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Senator, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations. You just announced your presidential run. What states do you think that you will be able to win in 2020 if you're the nominee that Democrats were not able to win the last time a New York senator was the nominee, Hillary Clinton?
I think there's a lot of states around this country and a lot of people around this country who are still really unhappy, Jake. I don't think that those who voted for President Trump necessarily feel that he's done the things that he promised to do. And I'm going to talk to all voters about what they care about. And so far, what I've heard from Iowans is that they care about health care. They care about making sure it's a right and not a privilege. They care about public schools, that their kids are struggling, class sizes are too big. They want opportunities for their kids. And they care about better jobs, better pay, and being able to provide for their families. And so I think if I travel around this country and listen to folks about what they care about and then fight for them as hard as I would fight for my own kids, as hard as I fight for my own community, I think I can win back voters anywhere because it's about them and their lives and just having someone who will fight for them.
Let's talk about the deal that President Trump just put on the table to extend temporarily protections for some dreamers and undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children, people with temporary protective status, in exchange for wall funding. You called it a bad deal. In your campaign announcement, you suggested more bipartisan in Washington. You said you're going to, quote, bring people together to start getting things done. So, okay, you think it's a bad deal. What's your counteroffer?
So my counteroffer would be what we put on the table a year ago and voted for, which was protect all dreamers, protect TPS status. We as Democrats certainly care about national security and border security. We have always cared about that, and so we don't mind investing in that. But we really want to protect the people who need our help right now. And then we can create a comprehensive immigration system that actually understands that people are seeking asylum, our help. And so that's the deal we should be talking about, protecting all dreamers, not and permanently a pathway to citizenship. Because the truth is, Jake, when I've met with dreamers, they're struggling. They have so much anxiety and fear. They might not be able to finish college. They might be serving in the military. They might have families. These are things that are hurting and harming people. And for him to say 3 years, again, he has no compassion. He has no empathy for the people who actually are suffering because of his decisions. So
a wall for dreamers is something that you would be willing to go along with as long as it was permanent protection for dreamers and DACA recipients?
Border security and investing in keeping us safe is a better way to talk about it, because a wall is a waste of money and will not actually help us create safety. We also recognize, like, we can spend money on making sure we stop drug trafficking and human trafficking and cross-border terrorism. That's what certainly I care about, and we can invest in that.
All right. You said Trump's immigration positions are racist. That's the word you use, racist. Now, as you know,